Remains the same. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So, before a man becomes an armed robber, he does not just go and pick up a gun, ladies and gentlemen. Satan comes to that man, and before he introduces that concept to that man to destroy, he first checks what is in his mind. Satan is a master with checking minds. Even when he's delivered, Jesus taught us, he returns back and checks what is there. If he finds the room swept, clean, but empty, will he leave it empty? He will go and gather other spirits. So he finds a young man, visionary, great young man. He finds a great woman, visionary, great woman. But then he sees that there is no methodical system of transferring the principles, the value system of the kingdom into that person. Are we together now? What happens is that he now fashions a strategy of deception. How does he deceive? By proposing to you something that only God can give. Why do people take drugs? Why do occultists and all these people do what they do? Because they want to get high. And in that state they feel superior. Why do people join cultism in campuses? Because there is a proposition to them. They let them know that if you join this occultic group, there is some kind of immunity. Is that true? Why do we have all kinds of deadly clubs and societies today that destroy people? Because they attach some sense of significance to it. Why do you suddenly respect me when you see a nice shoe and a nice dress? It doesn't matter whether I'm a nice person or not, because you have been trained that once you see that physical expression, it may mean that I am greater and more superior than someone. So if that is the system of marketing, a lot of young people who would have started their lives growing with honor and dignity to scale till they become responsible, they will find a way of getting tomorrow to arrive today. Since you have told me that the only way to respect me is when I wear a designer shoe, a designer watch, Satan now capitalizes on that mindset and says, look, I can show you a way. 10 years to be blessed is too long. Do you have that time? No. After all, God gives speed. You say it's true. So he will tell you. Now listen, I'm going to tie it up with the scripture we also read. What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? The mindset, the value system, the imagination of people hijacked by the power of darkness. So Satan does not mind whether you are Igbo. He does not mind whether you are Yoruba. He does not mind whether you are Hausa. He does not mind whether you are an American, an European, an Asian. He knows that we all have the same mind. So he began to trace all across the earth. What are the systems that speak to the mindset of people? He found that culture has a way of helping to frame mindset. So he became interested in culture. What part of that content can I use to preserve continuity of a demonic mindset? He found out that money seems to control loyalty. People can bow to you when you have money. So he went to the economy of the earth. He's called the king of Tyre. He sits there on that mountain to make sure you never get blessed with your soul healthy. When you come to him and say, I want to prosper, I want my children to go to church, or I'm a man of God, I'm trusting that financial resources be made available for kingdom activities, Satan says all that is nonsense. There is only one condition: bow to me. I hope you know that Jesus rejected that proposal, but it is not only Jesus Satan has taken to that mountain. There are many others that he held their hands. I want to become famous. I want the whole world to know me. And he says, come, there is a mountain where I show you the glories of the world. If it's money, you can have it. Anything you can have it. The only thing I want from you is that you must pledge a covenant of allegiance, that for as long as you enjoy these things, your worship will be to me. And Jesus said, get thee behind